Okay, I'm going to quickly make this video and just take this start soon off and show to you what I have on the screen and what I, try as much as possible to analyze and kind of like wait on. Just a moment. All right, so I have few, financial assets or instruments that I really want to quickly, talk about. And not that they are set to be traded, but so that I'm kind of making this video so it can be easier you know for me to quickly come back to it and assess it and still look at it and then know what I wanted to do. So first thing first, let's quickly go to AUD card. No, this is not used for analysis. All right, so this is AUD card, and if you look at the 4-hour time frame, I'm just going to be very quick about it, and I'm concerned about this area here. Okay, this low here. And if you have watched some of my videos, I am very keen about, always very keen about lows and highs, like highs and lows like this. Okay, these are lows, these are highs, these are you know lows, these are highs and lows. So it makes me to really focus on the direction with which I want to trade and the direction of the market with which I want to analyze. So this is gold in the 4-hour time frame, and then we will quickly move to a smaller time frame to verify. See, one thing about forex that most of us do not know about is, or we failed or we have not yet known, is that it's very easy to trade FX. Okay, once you understand levels, once you understand structures, once you understand market behaviors, okay, and yes, some other few things that you really need to put together in the financial trading business, then that will make you become very successful at whatever it is that you're doing. So here we have this low here. Then let's go to a smaller time frame, maybe like, I'm just going to move it to the side so it becomes very easier and clearer for us. So our focus is on this, or better still, I could just, okay, I'll just continue with this. Then if you also look at it from the 1-hour time frame, then you also see that for the fact that this point remains our the support with which we are focusing on, this level here remains the level or the point with which you're focusing on the 4-hour time frame. Definitely in a smaller time frame too, you can also still get something, or you can also still find smaller or shorter levels where price could uh turn around and still maybe want to do a little pullback, or some, as some would call it, retracement and all that. So here too, now the conditional point here is that if this movement has ended here, then we also could see this as also a complete cycle, the A, B, and C, where we will be looking for an opportunity for price to buy. Okay, that's for AUD versus the Canadian dollar. Okay, that we'll be looking anywhere from here for price to do what? To go to the north, as in to buy. All right, so that's that for this currency pair. We can still do a little more by going to the smaller time frame. Okay, but before we go to the smaller time frame, I would also want us to you know make this two and verify our claim. All right, so this is it. If I make it thinner, then you will see where we have been coming from. So this area here is the in this smallest time frame here on the chart, is actually has been turned into a zone, okay, where there was actually a breakout, and this is the breakout. Okay, those points here is where price broke out of this level here. Price broke out from here, and since then it has turned this resistance level into a support level. Okay, see, this is one, this is another one, and then since then you can see how well price had moved up for AUD Canadian dollar, even though it's not that much, and even though it's not that much. So if this is this, we will, what one we just have to be looking for, like I said earlier on, is another um possible another possible support level in this time frame, where which can help us to move price to um price uh a little bit up, and then we catch the bullish move for AUD, yes, Canadian dollar. So I think that explains it a little. And if we want to also go back to this time frame, and then set our possible areas where we can have um proper exits and all of that, definitely it could be in areas like this. So that could, or could give us something like 77 pips to anything above 100 pips if price goes in this analyzed direction. You can see that I'm always mentioning if, which is a conditional word that is ought to be used when analyzing FX, because two things are always involved. Is either price goes in your favor or price goes against your uh, analysis. Okay, so you see that you win or it's either you lose. So don't always expect to be winning in the business of forex. That's one. And don't always rely on any analyst, okay, out there that tells you he wins always. That is fraud. Okay, so that explains it. Then the next one, so we should be we should be on the watch out for AUD card. The next one I also would want to look at is um AUD New Zealand. All right, it's pretty much the same thing if you look at it from the way we have it. All right, very much the same thing, very 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 much the same thing. Now in a 4-hour time frame, let us also set our levels, as in this is one, then price moved and gave us this stop, and then came back and gave us this bottom here. So it's a complete cycle in this regard. This is the lowest low. All right, this point is the lowest low, and this is complete our A, B, and C pattern. I am not an A, B, and C pattern, but I love it when I look at it with I look at the market from different angles. So what are we going to do in this regard? Just make sure that this rule is set, and then we go to a smaller time frame and then see. Now you can see it's almost pretty much the same thing. This was the level in the 1 hour time, in the 4-hour time frame. This was the level in the 4-hour time frame until price give us another smaller resistant level, and we should be looking for another shorter resistance level here that could help us to, that possibly may help us to prove push price, okay, to the north. All right, so I think that also explains it. So if I still bring my vertical rule closer to that and comes to 15 minutes, you can see the same thing in the 15-minute time frame. Now you can see the move in the 15-minute time, but I love it when I always go, if I go to 5 minute and 1 minute time frame, because I think every analysis I've made from the 4 hours to 1 hour, I've been able to summarize it, summarize it 30 minutes and also the 15 minutes, and possibly part of the 5 minute time frames. Yeah, and my trade methodology also helps me to in this regard to know what to do and how to blend the whole time frames together, and then look for a not a perfect opportunity, a possible buy or sell opportunity, okay, which we pray, always pray to um, give us the good result that we always need. So this is this. So the point is that anywhere from here there is possibility that I might, price might move. That, like I said, there is possibility that price might move from, anywhere. If if this low is not broken, if it breaks, definitely it will have to go and do what? Reset. All right. If this level is broken, price will go back and make a reset. Now, if this level holds, then we should be or could be looking for, you know, um, a buy opportunity for Australian dollar versus the New Zealand dollar in this um, regard. And that explains the second one. So we go to another financial asset, which is okay. That's Euro Australian dollar. Okay, those are the ones I have mapped out. And for Euro Australian dollar, the first thing we have to look at is the direction of the market in the bigger time frame, which is, as an intraday trader, I love it when I pick opportunities from when I look into the market structure from places like the 4 hour time frame, and then you could see how market behaves in the 30 minute and the 1 hour time frame. So here, this is it also here. All right, let me just zoom it out. All right, so this is the candle that that if not broken, if this price does not break this current short or mini resistance level here, we could or could that it could help us to push price down. And if that does happen, we will be looking at something above 100 pips. Okay, so if you move it down to a smaller time frame, this most of the time always happens. In this regard too, it has formed my A, B, and C. Okay, this is my A, this is my B, this is my C. So using candle formation, we in this regard also help me to identify possible fall for euro versus the Australian dollar. So for this currency pair, I am looking at possibility for euro AUD to kind of sell. So I'm not the market. I don't uh, tell the price or the market what it should do. My For the fact that for I and my team, what we do is to use whatever resources we have to carefully analyze the market, and then out of all the financial assets that we've analyzed, then look for the best to trade and then take such trade. Yeah, such we then take such trade. So after this, I'm just gonna make it two. Let's let's bring it here. Let's bring the vertical line here. 39 minutes left before the end of it. So the way it keeps going in this regard, one would just wait for, let me just show you. This is what I might wait for. I always kind of wait for, okay, the way it is, I will just wait for price to come down a little bit, then make a little pullback before you make before you look for a possible entry. Okay, so if this continues like this, I am not going to take it. Reason being that we've done this several times in the past, where you'll be looking, oh, this is an edge, okay, this is a point, this is a zone, and you would not even know that price the price movement has not ended, that there is still more to that movement, that bullish or that bearish movement. And at the end of the day, you know, you you lose out in the market. So for that not to happen, so we have to find a way, to be able to give us um a 60-70% assurance of what we are doing and what direction of the market that one is facing. All right. So I think that explains the third one. Oh, that's a whole lot of information there. Okay. So the same thing for Euro card, the same thing for Great British pounds versus the Australian dollar. All right. And the same, in a different manner for, I don't know, okay, I have it here. New Zealand versus the Canadian dollar. So those ones that I mentioned just now are also focusing on the downside. So I want to talk about this. That's why I took it separately. So from the 4 hour time frame also, we can also see our low. Like I said, I respect levels like this a lot. Okay, I make do with them. All right, so it's for you to understand how and where these levels are in your charts, and then you analyze your market with it. So for in this regard, this is what I'm currently looking at. Okay, what I'm going to do is to set my horizontal sorry vertical rule near it, and then I'll close this ones. Okay, then I can go to maybe 1 hour or a 30 minutes time frame to look for possible areas where I can buy or I can sell. So this completes the move, the A, B, and C. All right, so if this completes my move and I move the line towards here, okay, and maybe move to, let's, okay, in this regard I'm going to use a 5 minute. You can also see that this also makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, this also completes my move, the 1 2 3 move, or the ABC move. So the point is, I'll now have to look for an opportunity for a proper entry. And once that happens, as easy as the business of forex trading is, just be hoping for a better turnout. That's green pips, profitable pips that will put the money into your pocket. All right, I think we've done well, and this is a whole lot of information that, if one is very very if you're a disciplined trader, and if you're dedicated to a course, that the course is to be profitable, this will definitely give you that light at the end of the tunnel. So till the very next video, if you let me quickly show you one of the things we have here, and that is our work. Okay, that is our work. Okay, now this is it. Yeah, this is our work, and this is our website, where we have just two programs that we're running: the live trading and also the uh, education, where you can take our course. Okay, where you can take our course at FX to the KG. But for the live trading, what one or two things that we still have to deal with. That's why we really have not put it out there for the general public, but this is just a space for it, so you can just take your time and read through. And once we have that up and running, that's a link to click. to take you to wherever you have to, whatever platform that you have to see, or whatever it is that you really have to do to become a live trading member of the FX with a KG trade group. So that's how beautiful it is. So once we have any what's it called, once we have any entry, definitely I might try as much as possible not just to do this. I'll try as much as possible. Let me click on this link, connect across all platform. I'll try as much as possible to post it on some of the groups, or some of the this some of FX to the cages social platforms. Okay, like the last one was posted on, almost all of it. Yes, almost all of it, and that was one hell of it. 34 pips that we took from the market. See, nobody has a monopoly to nobody, no trading group or individual has the monopoly to the wisdom or the success or the methodology or techniques in this game. Okay, we just have to learn from our experience. That is the most important thing. You learn from our experience. The same way we look at, the same way we look for brokerage firms who have been there in the financial market, is the same way you have to look for a forex trainer and a mentor who has been there in the game and has learned it all, and is now sharing his gain, his pains, and his experience to you all. So I guess that makes a whole lot of sense to you guys. So until the next video, I want to say thank you